Hello wild people, welcome to AK Wild One. Today I'm going to share a sneak preview from my documentary on the Arizona Trail. Thank you for tuning in. In March and April, I hiked the Arizona Trail with my friend Linus, while Flash and Burn supported us in our van and hiked with us during our 800-mile trek. This will be my fourth documentary on thru hiking. A Pacific Crest Trail Cattywampus captured our first 2005 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail in 2022. Part 2 of the Pacific Crest Trail Cattywampus focused on our hike to complete the trek, with its focus on Oregon and Northern California in 2023. Then last year, I released To Be Alive, a Colorado Trail story. My documentary on the Arizona Trail will be called To Be Free, an Arizona Trail Story. The full documentary will be released on July 22nd. So, what makes this documentary unique besides a change of landscape? Well, first, I've tried experimenting with different and unique camera angles and capturing the beautiful light we encountered along the trail. I learned to love the Arizona sunrises and sunsets. I also took along my drone and filmed in some drone-approved areas to enhance the story. I try to keep learning and experimenting with my filmmaking style. I'll admit I'm a neophyte and what I have to learn is endless, but I'm passionate about filmmaking. Along the trail, you'll meet some of the most interesting people in the world. There are 4 interviews in the video, one about a 70-year-old thru hiker, another about a 60-year-old thru hiker who has hiked 11 long-distance trails, another about a lady who runs the best hiker camp along the way, and another one about an artist from the Czech Republic who carried watercolors and documented her trip through her beautiful art. You'll hear stories about my fox attack, rattlesnake encounter, and the harsh Arizona desert, along with one of my best birthdays ever, spending my 65th birthday climbing out of the Grand Canyon along the stunning North Kaibab Trail. You'll hear quirky stories about a hiker who slept in a bear box to escape a snowstorm, and someone who pulled drinking water from a laundromat washer. And then, of course, there's the town food we indulged in along the way. Now, there won't be any dorky poems in this video, and for some, that will be a relief. For others who might be disappointed by that fact, well, I hope you get the help you need. Just kidding. My hope from this documentary is that you, the viewer, feel welcomed into the story and see yourself as part of the trip. Hopefully my story connects with you and inspires you to take a long-distance hike. Please also consider leaving a comment when you watch the full documentary, scheduled for release on July 22nd. This documentary is 80 minutes long, so please set aside some time in the evening, grab a bowl of popcorn, and enjoy. If you like and comment on the film, I'll enter your name in a drawing for a beautiful artistic rendition of the Arizona Trail map produced by Trail Goals. Well, wild people, without further delay, here is the opening scene from my soon-to-be-released documentary, To Be Free, an Arizona Trail Story. And please remember, live wildly, my friends.
There are some moments when an uneasy peace finds me along the Arizona Trail. Most of the time I walk through a land bent on destroying me, as if some shadowy creature in a horror novel possesses this place. The trail is a gauntlet. The Ocotillo and jumping Chala seem designed to snag and stab as I walk by. Agitated rattlesnakes lurk in the brush, and the putrid brown and green water seem like a cruel joke when I'm thirsty. And finally, there's the relentless heat that makes me wonder if I haven't scraped the edge of hell itself. But the desert can also be haunting, magical, kind. I remember a sunrise that would be better expressed through music than words. I remember an owl hooting into the dark abyss of night. I remember the delight of watching the clouds and sunlight conspire to turn the tarnished rocks golden, or found myself shivering in a waterfall, cascading over glistening red rocks. As I walked the trail, I could almost sense a sweet sadness beneath the surface of brutality and scorn. And it seemed possible the desert had a soul.